आज हम फिर से आ चुके एसएससी का क्लास 8 एसएससी बुक का के साथ में जो है एनसीईआरटी का है वो वाला है। तो आज हम इन नेचुरल रिसर्च एंड देयर यूज चैप्टर शुरू करने वाले चैप्टर 1। चलिए इसको शुरू करते, इस पेज से शुरू है, यहाँ से इसका आज रीडिंग करने वाले पहले। तो चलिए इसको शुरू करते हैं। When does nature become a resource? One of the meanings of the word nature is totality of life and non-life forms that are part of our environment but have not been created by humans. When humans use these for their sustenance or create new things from them for consumption, and these elements of nature become resources. For example, trees are part of the environment and they exist independently of humans. When we cut them and convert their wood into furniture, we see the trees as a resource. Often these entities are not easily accessible. For example, these may be petroleum in places deep under the ocean that we do not have the technology to access, or the extraction cost may be too high, or it may be culturally unacceptable, like cutting trees in scared groups. So for an entity to be called a resource, it should be technologically accessible, and its exploitation should be economically feasible and culturally acceptable. Usually the word exploitation has a negative connotation in the context we use it here. It means extraction, utilization and consumption of natural resources. The earth has treasure, many of which have formed over millions of years, and which humans have taken and learned to use. These include the most observant like water, air and such, and also the not so observant ones like gold, petroleum, precious stones, metal ores, timber, etc. In short, we applied the term natural resources to materials and substances that occur in nature and are valuable to humans. In science, we learn in the usefulness of categorization and naming. We use some characteristics or criteria when we categorize ideas or things. We name the categories so that we can refer to them with just one word or a short phrase. When these names and meanings are shared across the groups of people, it helps we discuss a set of ideas or things without needing to describe them every time. We can communicate more effectively too. In earlier classes, you learned about living and non-living things. As soon as we use this word